Good morning, REL Division 5D. This is Ledeas. This is going to be a very quick visual review of what you're doing. If you watch this video all the way to the end, you will notice that in the second half, where I go through the divisions a little bit more in depth, that my OBS settings were a little off, so it's going to be hard to see the screen. You're only going to see about 45-60% of the screen, so I wanted to go back and take a look at this again so you could see it. And I'm going to put this in the front because I can do a little bit of editing. Yeah, I am totally idiot. It's okay. So Scurry Squad is leading with 5 wins, 1 loss, followed up by 2 teams who are only got 1 draw, so 2 points away from first place. That would be Pepper Snakes and the Skink Factory. And then, if I remember correctly, this division has 1 game left to play. The Skaven Rat Rodents can actually pop up pretty quick. If they win this, they're going to be tied in second place. So Scurry Squad is holding on to first place for now. The other team playing against him is Fragile and Limp. Not my words, his. If they win, they will go right to the middle, 2-2-2. This week is week 6, 4-1 for the Skaven over the Skaven, and then a 2-0 win, a 2-0 win, 2-1 win, 2-1 win, a 1-0 Pepper Snakes over Cross of the Empire, and then whatever you guys do in the next day, which is I guess today because it's Wednesday, and that'll finish up week 6. Like I said, we're going to rush through pretty quick. There is a little bit more in depth at the second part of this. Just the screen's going to be a little wonky. Figured out what's going on, obviously, because I fixed it. And we'll come back to it. Now, week 6 for 5E also has 1 game left to be played. They're tied in first place, my Blood Bowl Sins and Rat Shenanigans, with 5 wins, 1 loss. Dead Scoring It has to play still, and if they win, they will take over. If they draw, they will be tied for first. And then, of course, if they lose, they will be in second place by themselves. The team that they are playing is Gorka Kills. Gorka Kill is sitting here at 7th place. So if he wins, he moves up into a better position. He draws, he's going to stay right where he's at, and then if he loses, he's going to stay right where he's at. And just in case you are green-blue colorblind, this is Scorn. He has got his words in green. You will also see his name here. Might be difficult to see. So 6-1 for my Blood Bowl Sins over Pestilent Horde. 3-0 for the Legion of Nakara over the Redemptioners. 2-1, a 2-2 tie, not bad at all. I like those. 1-0 Criminally Insane over the Pickles, and then Scorn 2-0 over Make Me Cool. And there we go. Yeah, Troll MVP, that's not bad at all. So, if you want to stick around for the second part of this and get a little bit more in depth, I would welcome you. Hopefully next week things will be a little bit better and we won't have to do this again. Hope you boys have a good day, and I will see you on the pitch. Welcome back to the REL recap with Ledeas. We're going to start with 5D on the end of week 6. We'll take a look at the leaderboard standings, and we see that the Skaven Scurry Squad is in the lead at the moment by 2 points over the Skink Factory Lizardman team, who is on just nipping at the heels, tied with the Orc Pepper Snakes. Brick and Morty, or Brick and Mortary, the Skaven Rat Rodents, which are Kemri team, are also nearby. So that rounds up your top 5. 6 through 14, a little bit more dicey at this point. The Lizardman team, Saurus Hugs, 3 wins, 3 losses. I like that. All or nothing. The rest of the teams are struggling a bit. It may be a bit of development year for you. These things happen. Don't give up. Who knows? I could be horribly wrong. So let's take a look at week 6's review. Now we do have one team left to play, and that would be the Skaven Rat Rodents versus Fragile and Limp. So if Skaven Rat Rodents win, they'll move up to be tied in second place. And if Fragile and Limp wins, they will be a 2-2-2 team. So right there in the middle at 8th place. Some highlights this week so far. The Altdorf Alcoholics over the Cheese Wheels. 4-1. Skaven outplaying Skaven. Let's take a look at the statistics. A lot of good passes. 7 passes in the game. That's fun for me. 4 injuries inflicted. You would have thought being able to control the field like that would have made a difference, but it just looks like the Alcoholics were able to catch every pass. They Wake Up was 50-50 going for it. They succeeded. Dice were a little good here. I mean, 23, 23, and 20 over 20, 33 and 20. A 2 on the D6s could be okay if it's the dodge rolls from your people with dodge or going for it. Block dice, however, pretty solid. 17 defender downs, 11 defender stumbles versus 8 attacker downs and 11 both down. So 28-19, that's pretty good. Let's take a look at the dice for the other team. The Cheese Wheels, they caught their 4 passes. Not a problem there. They had about almost a 50% injury rate, so when they got hit, well, I mean, the other team got injured pretty good too. But only 4 out of 15. Their wake-ups were pretty solid. Failed a loner. Going for it was not as good. A fumbled pickup, but good passes. Again, dice pretty solid. The 4s and 5s are really low compared to the rest, so that can really burn you. Block dice, I always see a little bit different here. So 17 and 17 for defender down and defender stumble. 19 attacker downs and 13 both down. So if we consider these to be negatives, we got 31 negatives against 34 positives. Still in that positive, but as you know, that can quickly end your turns and ruin all kinds of strategies. Be interested to hear how that went, boys, if you want to drop a line. Rest of the games went pretty solid. 2-1, 2-0, 2-1, 2-0, 1-0. Let's take a look. So the the Pro Elves, or Elven Union, was not able to develop anything against the Orcs. There are no deaths, so there is that. Was able to farm a few passes. But 10 blocks versus his 31 means they got pushed around and then inflicted 4 injuries. So players went out quickly. That is for certain. 37 1s against 28 6s can be a sign of a lot of trouble. 1 failed pickup. Nobody waking up, so that can be very annoying as well. A lot of failed dodges here. We're going to take a look at the Orc team and see if they got a lot of tackle. 9 6s and 11 5s against, so that's 20 against 16. Now, that's not too skewed. Like I said, the ones, depending on where they show up, can really be death to an elf team. However, the Pepper Snakes actually had pretty detrimental blocking dice with 14 attacker downs against 7 defender downs. 14 defender stumbles and 13 both downs. Now, Orc team pretty quick to have blocks, so these are not so much a negative. And Cross of the Empire only had 3 skulls against 6 pals. So they may only have had 10 successful blocks, but Had a double skull reroll. That's nice. So we only had 3 skulls, and 2 of them came from that one. So there you are for the week. Let's take a look at the team real quick. I want to look at the Pepper Snakes and see how they are doing on the tackle game. See if that's what won them the game. Or helped, anyways. There would be no tackle, so definitely pushing around elves and getting the hits in. 2 strength up players and 2 mighty blow. There's 1 tackle. So, oh, jump up Black Orc. I like that. They only got 4 movement. Might as well get all of it. So, pretty strong team. Let's take a quick look at Pandito. He is got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players for next game. I'm gonna have 4 loners. Definitely going the T-Self school of elfing. Only 2 players would dodge, so the defender stumbles is probably not that big of a deal. Thrower 1 point away from leveling up, not bad. Still got a kicker. He's 3 points away from leveling up. So this team looks like it's like 1 decent game away from just wrecking things. I also want to take a look at the Alcoholics. They've got a level up or 2 coming. I want to see how they're doing their 4-1 game. Strip Baller, a Gutter Runner with horns and wrestle, a Rackle, a Blodge, and a Blodge sidestep. So, got Claw and Block on a Storm Vermin, and then Mighty Blow and Tackle on the other. So definitely able to control some combat when needed, and when you're fighting against other rats, I guess that's pretty easy. Thrower's got Block, so a decent starting carrier. Definitely good enough to get it in the hands of other rats. Got a couple of dinged up linemen, but that is what they're for. Alright, and then the last thing I want to take a look at is going to be wrong menu. Here we go. Console Scurry Squad. Since he's in the lead, let's take a look at how he's doing. Rippity Rembone, we're coming for that end zone. I love that. That makes me laugh. So got a jump up Claw, Mighty Blow, Storm Vermin. So there's a lot of hate coming for that guy for sure. And looks like a rather fresh Storm Vermin. Let's see what. Yep, 8 matches, 1 MVP. So no, not fresh, just not doing anything. The Agility up Gutter Runner, Sidestep Blodge. Oh, I personally hope you're going to go Leap or Very Long Legs if you roll doubles, because this guy's going to be just hell on wheels. Right now, that's a 50% interception. I know it's not the best thing in the world, but it's also a 2+ on the leap. I guess you don't really need Very Long Legs with 5 agility. You can just straight go into leap. A lot of people use leap to break cages. This guy can leap to get over lines and just get into scoring position in a heartbeat. Rackle, 2-headed and Rackle again. So get in there and get the ball. Blodge, Gutter Runner, and then some linemen who have not completed a ranking of training. So doing pretty good. Division 5D. Alright, let's take a look at 5E. 5E has completed all of week 6. Yes, they have. Scoring there with a weird colored green, in case some of you might be green-blue colorblind and not be able to see that. Oh, I'm wrong. So here's a team that is scheduled dead and scoring it versus Gorka Kills. 6-1, definitely going to look into that. But let's take a look at the leaderboard. So my Blood Bowl Sins still leading 5-1, But they are tied with Rat Shenanigans, who are also 5-1. Dead and Scoring It is undefeated at the moment. If they win their game, they will move into the lead. If they tie, they will still be tied in the lead. Then, of course, if they lose, they will be in second place. The team they are playing is Gorka Kill. Gorka Kill is in 7th with a 2-2-1. So the top 4 pretty dominating, realistically, with 5 down, kind of being mid-card. Now, one advantage here is a lot of people are going a couple wins, couple losses, couple ties. We get down here to rank 11 and 12 and 13. See a few more dinged up teams, I suppose. 6 losses, that's hard to carry in. Hopefully you're getting a little bit of development. Let's take a look at your team real quick. Pestilent Horde by Nightmare Dave. Also, it's possible that I might be looking at a team that's jumped in and inherited a loss record from the admin games. I believe I got a message from someone who was coming from the REL ramp up. So remember, if you have friends who are interested, they can join the ramp up, and when the opportunity arises, they can be shoved into a game pretty quick. Not sure that this one is of that issue, so but we'll take a look. 1010, those look like those could, be admin games. The 1-1 looks like is when he may have joined in. So with a 1-1 tie, and then 3 loss, and then a 6-1 loss. So we got to take a look at this. That's crazy. The loner injured Kislev getting the MVP. There's a little bit of karmic justice for you. But the Rat Ogre got the level up, and he went guard. So definitely trying to hold the line with a couple of fragile boys. Take a look at our statistics. 2 passes, 4 passes. KOs being about the same. Maybe the dice rolls will tell us what happened. Okay, so out of 11 pickups, 5 failures. Unless these are being picked up in the middle of scrums, that's pretty brutal. And then 40% failed catches, again, unless those are coming out of scrums, brutal. Diving tackles failed, so Kislev able to stick it to the rats. Wild animal, alright. I mean, 81% success, that's pretty good. 2 out of 11 failures. You expect that a little. So going for it, failed 2 out of 11. Actually, pretty decent. 50% dodge failures, that's pretty bad. Let's take a look at your block dice real quick. 13 skulls versus 11 pals. Then 11 both down and 11 defender stumbles. Slightly skewed. So let's look at the other. My Blood Bowl sins. Actually carrying more 1s than 6s quickly. That shows off. Going for it, punishing him a lot, considering it's supposed to be a 1 in 6 failure. So unless it was snowing, that's crazy. That's almost 2. I mean, that's 2 out of 3 fails. Injuries, casualties, leaping, doing pretty good. Catching, 3 fails. I'm assuming with that many catches and only 4 passes that there was some bobbling mess going on in this game. Let's take a look at his block dice. 14 over 10, then 10 defender stumbles over 14, both down. Pretty solid, 24 to 24, and that's assuming that these are negatives. They might not be. just got outran. I mean, or some lucky sacks, and was just able to make something happen out of it. I bet with Kislev being the way they are, being able to play the defending team, or as the defending team, really plays to their strengths. Let's take a look at their team now. Oh, where are you? Yep, there you are. 1600 TV. Dancing Bear being a good boy, apparently. So these blitzers are starting to come together. All three have block. One guard, one tackle. Two catchers, one in agility 5 and blodge. The other one movement 8 and dodge guard. So definitely looking to get that block on him, get him in there, and let him support cage breaking. Linemen are looking a little dinged, not much. The AV7, that's definitely a mixed bag there. I'm sure that there are people who would say go ahead and get rid of Greed quickly, but he does have a level and he probably has a use. Movement 5's not so bad. He can LOS service all day. Let's take a look at some other teams. 3-0 Legion over the Redemption. Rat Shenanigans 2-1 over the Boeington Museum crew. A 2-2 tie. And then the Criminally Insane beat the Pickles. And Scorn over Make Me Cool. We're going to take a look at Legion of Nakara. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, but such is life. Where is the Legion? There we are. Owned. I feel like Owned used to be a dwarf coach. Alright, so we've 3 out of 4 Tomb Guardians with Mighty Blow. 2 Blitz Raws, Mighty Blow tackle. A Throw Raw with block and kickoff return. A Dirty Player, a Wrestling Skeleton, and a Blocking Skeleton. So Bash definitely being the theme of the day, but still being able to 3 and done it before as well in his Greenhorn and again against the Pickles. This team is definitely scoring much better than Agility 2 would make you think they would. I guess once they get the ball, they keep the ball, and then they're doing well of taking the ball off of people. Well, 5E, you seem to be coming along pretty decently. We're going to take a look at the Redemptioners. Just to give a quick look. Soon as we find them. And there they are. Necromantic team. Better dead than alive. Okay. So, got a werewolf with Thick Skull. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. That's kind of crazy. Thick Skull's a double strength. I don't understand why you would do that instead of Mighty Blow unless you're going for the LOL memes. I guess it's my ex-girlfriend. Maybe there's a theme. Maybe she was Thick Skull too. 3 matches. That's a pretty new werewolf. Nuffle's PP Servant. No matches new werewolf. So I kind of get an idea of what's been going on with your team for regen, not doing regen things. Mr. Steal Your Girl and Thick Boy. So Zeuspa, I'm interested to hear what you got to say, man. Thick Skull over Mighty Blow. That seems like that might draw some salt from people. Of course, that might be the point. Let's take a look here real quick. The little flashing light made me look. Plus, not registered in league. Right, this was the dropouts. He missed a few games and was not able to continue. That team was the Avengers. I do not see the Avengers on the list, so someone has stepped in for their place. Let's. I'll be honest with you, I'm finding it very difficult to figure out who it was. Let's take a look at the schedule. We could figure it out, but it's going to take a few minutes because I'm slow. If you're the coach of this team, feel free to leave a comment and we can take a look at your team on the next review. I'm going to try to be doing these reviews on my own on Wednesdays and get them up on YouTube. Hope you boys are doing all right, and I will see you next week.